Hey guys, how you doing? It's KJ here from the Scariest Movie Ever Made and RiggedReality.com. And I've got a video I wanted to put together here real quick for you that I started on last night. And the initial video, the idea behind it kind of changed as I started trying to make this video because I fell into a bit of a mystery. So we're going to unravel that a little bit here with you, and I just kind of want to show you what I'm talking about. But to begin with, we're looking at MSN.com, the main page. That's where it all started, and it started last night. The story you're looking at right there has nothing to do with the video I'm making right now, but it's a very interesting story. Pope Ratzinger is stepping down, I believe, at the end of the month. So they're looking for the next pope. Okay, who's it going to be? Well, you see the picture right there of the three candidates. Maybe you guys have heard of this, but have you ever heard of the prophecy of the Black Pope? The prophecy goes that the last pope of the Vatican will be a black man, will be a black pope. Same thing with Obama. There's a lot of people that believe, and I've made some videos on it as well, that Obama will be the last president of the United States as it is. Okay. So anyway, here we go. We got the three candidates right there for the Pope. Hi, and look in the middle. We have a black Pope there. So if I were a betting man, I'd put my money down on the man in the middle is going to wind up being the next Pope. Okay, so we'll see. And research that for yourself. It's interesting. Ratzinger is the 111th Pope, and the 112th will be the next. And again, the prophecy goes he'll be the last Pope. So anyway, there's that story. So last night, MSN.com, I jump on there for a little bit, and the main page is running a story about the, quote, black-eyed children. Have you guys heard of this? I'm not sure if you have or not, but it's been kind of an urban myth, an urban tale that's been going around for many years now, usually in the fringe communities. I've run some videos on Rigged Reality about it. People are reporting these sightings of these children with black eyes, almost possessed, I guess, and acting really weird and all this, right? Well, again, that was a story that you would only find in the fringe sites, kind of like mine or other kind of conspiracy theory sites, right? And it was weird that it was on mainstream. It was on MSN.com. And let me explain, MSN.com is huge as far as news goes. I mean, you have to look at the statistics and look at the reality that quote, mainstream news has been dying. It's becoming a dinosaur, but especially newspapers across America. That whole industry is it's dead and dying, quicker and quicker day by day. Same with the mainstream news, like your local TV news, your cable news, Fox and MSNBC. I know a lot of people are still trapped in that paradigm of the left versus the right. But even those channels are losing viewers constantly. MSNBC, look this one up for yourself as well. They received a lot of money from the stimulus, quote-unquote, package that Obama and his minions have passed over the past few years. And again, I know Bush did that stuff as well. I am no fan of Republicans or Democrats. Okay, they're all puppets for the same party, so to speak. And that party is, of course, the elite, the Illuminati, the controllers, whatever you want to call them, the Zionists. Okay. So anyway, all that stuff together, okay? So last night I go on there, I see this story on MSN.com about the black-eyed children, and I start filming. I actually had footage of the story on the main page of MSN.com. Let me also say, with the dying breed of the mainstream media, all the numbers show, statistics, you name it, that more and more people throughout the last decade are going to the internet now for their news. It's becoming huge. And I know that there's all this idea. I see it in a lot of commercials lately too. That if you found it on the internet, it's got to be true. That's such a dumb quote and a really dumb way to look at things. I really believe that. I get that in a lot of my videos too. Oh, this has got to be true. You found it on the internet. Look, man, nowadays you get a better chance of finding truth on the internet than you do anywhere else. Of course, there's going to be a lot of lies and deception there too, but at least you've got choices. YouTube specifically to me is the modern day town square. Everybody gets a voice. Everybody gets to say their piece. And then of course you have to use your critical thinking and just your discernment to figure out what's the truth and what's not. So, all that being said, mainstream news, mainstream media running a story about the, quote, black-eyed children. Why is that important? Well, it's important to me because if you're new to my videos, you may not know this yet, but if you've been around for a little while, then you probably get the idea that the whole reason I do what I do, I make my videos. I made a movie called The Scariest Movie Ever Made almost 4 years ago, and I run my website, Rigged Reality, which I consider kind of a drudge report for the paranormal and conspiracies, right? But the whole reason I'm doing what I'm doing is to show people that reality is changing, okay? It has changed, and it's changing quicker. And the paranormal is becoming normal. The unusual is becoming the usual. Every day there's more and more weird stuff happening. A lot of that stuff ties into the Bible and the biblical end times. I mean, you know, all the animals dying. I mean, the thousands of animals in the ocean washing up all over the place. Look this up. Water turning blood red around the world. We're seeing a lot of stuff like this. Weird storms. Massive hail was in Haiti not long ago, the size of boulders, they were saying. You look at this stuff, okay? Again, it's just the paranormal is becoming normal. You know, more and more strange things are happening, right? And let's look at mainstream and how they cover some of this, guys. I mean, zombies. Whoever thought we'd be hearing about zombies, a zombie apocalypse on mainstream news nightly? Excuse me, at least there for a while. So zombies, you know, big deal out there, right? Even with the Illuminati stuff I cover, the Illuminati stuff's really, really popular here on the internet. But it's starting to break through. Look at the Super Bowl stuff. Right after this past Super Bowl, the next day on Yahoo News, which again is another huge mainstream kind of, well, not mainstream, but huge news source on the internet. It gets plenty of viewers. Well, the next day they're doing a story. They show Beyonce flashing the Illuminati pyramid, and they're like, did Beyonce just flash the Illuminati pyramid? So that's big, guys. That's huge. Okay, that goes to show you that all this stuff is breaking free and breaking out. And I've been saying for a long time now that my quote job at breaking down the language of symbols and all this and showing you the Illuminati around in our world is becoming a lot easier. Because they're coming out. You know, it's all over the place, okay? So, that's why I was interested in this story about the black-eyed children being on a mainstream source, all right? So there we go. Now, here's where the mystery kind of kicks in. So as I'm filming it last night, when I make these videos, I'll screw up and quite a bit, and sometimes I'll just cut it off halfway through and go back and start over. You know, I'm sure some of you guys that make videos do the same thing. So I kept screwing up, man, and I kept going back and starting over, and I kept refilming this page, this MSN.com with the zombie kids on it, right? At the same time, I have to be honest, there was a show on called The Walking Dead. Those of you who've been with me for a while know that I gave up TV many years ago, but I moved not long ago, and the place I've moved to, there is a TV here, so sometimes I'll find myself watching a few things. Not much. I'm pretty careful of what I watch and what I take in. I still don't trust the television, you know. But I do like The Walking Dead. I've been watching that for a few years, even online. So, well, last night was the season premiere for what's left of this season. So as I'm trying to watch that, I'm trying to make my videos during the commercials. And I keep screwing up and going back. Well, The Walking Dead finishes, I come back to make my video, and by the time I came back to make my video, the story of the black-eyed children had completely disappeared off MSN.com. I even tried to find it. I did a Google search. I started looking around. Here, I'll just show you a few things here. I mean, it completely dropped. It's gone. So I even tried to do a search, a Bing search right here for the images. MSN.com, black-eyed children I put up here, right? And I ran that, and it's all black-eyed peas. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it's all the black-eyed peas and stuff like that. Nothing to do with the black-eyed children, okay? So I even did a Yahoo search. I did a few different searches through different search engines, but the last one I used was Yahoo for MSN.com black-eyed children. And again, nothing there. It's all black-eyed peas, the band, the Black-Eyed Peas. Right, Illuminati band, of course, and I don't think this is some conspiracy, for the Black-Eyed Peas to get views or whatever. It's nothing to do with that. The point is they completely buried the story. So how do I prove to you it happened? Well, I got lucky. I found one website right here, and it's called The Inquisitor, and they ran a story, and it's exactly what I was looking for. Right here it says, and this is February 10th. They ran it yesterday. Okay, Sunday. Black-eyed children, the real mystery is why this topic is trending. So let's come down a little bit and I'll read some. So here we go. Are black-eyed children real? Sightings of black-eyed children have been somewhat common since 1988. Most of the accounts are in agreement about most details. Black-eyed children are between the ages of 6 and 16, only show up at night, speak in a monotone voice. I won't go into it because I haven't heard this part. They don't seem to breathe and show up at your front door and ask to be invited in to use your phone or eat some food. I've never read that part. I've read a lot of these accounts of people seeing these black-eyed children, and I've never read that they come to your house and ask to use your phone or eat some food. But anyway, so there's that. Right here it says, what are the black-eyed children? Some people think they're extraterrestrials, others say that they're interdimensional beings stuck on our plane, and others say that they're of a demonic origin, while some claim they're out-and-out vampires. I don't know how much you know about online journalism, but most of us new media writers get our material by observing trends. What kind of things the most people are reading about at any given time? Well, black-eyed children as a topic is rising ever since, by my measure, the subject appeared on the front page of MSN earlier today under the title, Spooky Sightings of Black-Eyed Children. Alright, so they go on a little bit more here, but this article's trying to say it may have something to do with a movie, and right here was the update you can see, and they said, hey look, a recent independent film made about black-eyed children, and I clicked that link, I went and checked it out, and it's a movie that was released back in November of 2012, okay? So they didn't run the black-eyed children story on MSN.com for a movie that came out back in November of 2012, alright? So then what's going on? Well, the only thing I can think is that somebody out there got the story out, and obviously it became popular really quick. It started trending. I mean, it was getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views really quick. And I guess the editor or somebody high up was probably like, whoa, wait a second. And, I mean, they just cut the story. They completely yanked it. Like I said, it's completely gone now. But I still thought that was really interesting that it had actually made it through. And, again, the reason that's interesting to me is it just goes to show you guys that we're living in a time where, the unusual is becoming usual. The paranormal is becoming normal. Look at all the UFO sightings. They say in 2012 there were more UFO sightings, reported UFO sightings, than any time in history. Okay, so things are coming, guys. We're winding up to the end game. All right, it's all coming. You can call it what you want. The fifth age approaching, the New World Order maturing, the end times. Jesus coming back. All this stuff. Okay, guys. No matter what you want to call it, no matter where you are spiritually, I've got many atheist friends and agnostic friends as well that just feel something. They know something's coming. All right. Well, something's coming. All right, and it's going to be the end. It's going to be the end game, and we're on our way. And what's it going to look like? Well, we all have our theories and beliefs, but people ask me a lot of the time, what do we do? What do we do? And I know I'm not much of a preacher, but I will tell you, I am spiritual. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I don't believe in church. I don't believe in organized religion. I mean, I'm glad it exists out there for I guess the people that need it or whatever, but I'm not trying to say I'm above that, but I just know it doesn't work for me. I've been to many churches. I've read about many of the different religions, and I'm pretty well studied on it. And, at this point in my life, I'm good without it. I'll tell you that. So, anyway, the point is, guys, just get ready. That's what it is. I'm a sinner. I'm human, just like anybody else. The only hope I have is through my faith in Jesus. That's it. I think that's it. It's salvation by grace, man. That's it. That's where I'm at on things. And just buckle up and be ready, like I said, because it's getting weirder out there, man, and it's going to keep getting weirder every day. So stay with me. You're going to see that come up in a lot of my videos. I'm working on a couple right now that should have been out already, but every time I think I'm done, I'll find something else that connects and makes a whole new story, and then I kind of start following that. So I've been doing that with a couple videos here recently. But anyway, guys, that's it, man. I just wanted to share this with you real quick and just show you again. Just keep your eyes peeled, man. Weird stuff is happening, and it's increasing, and it's starting to make its way out into the mainstream right now as well. So thanks again, you guys. Stay tuned. I got a few more videos coming here real soon, okay? And we'll talk to you later. Take care.